Hey there, hitchhikers. Mindlessbile here, and I'm both pleased and sad to share with you the last of the Pillar No Man's Sky trailers, the Survive trailer. I'm hoping with 2 weeks left that they still have something left to show us to whet our appetites before the game's launch, but for all I know, this might be the last trailer and last bit of footage we see till then. So I'm going to play the clip before we break it down as we usually do, and here we go, the last of the No Man's Sky Pillar trailers.
Toxin protection falling. Radiation levels critical. Danger. Critical hypothermia. Oxygen levels critical. Radiation damage detect. Radiation detection. Toxin protection. Warning. Sentinel drive activated. Warning. Safe area. Extreme cold. Technology. Recharge. Toxin damage detected. Field compromised.
Now, this one is honestly my favorite so far of the 4 trailers. And if you haven't been watching before, it's because we see a lot of cool monsters in this one. Or aliens, sorry. It's unfair to call them monsters, I suppose. But we see a lot of cool stuff here, and as usual, we're going to break it down. Hopefully I don't miss a few things. Like, I believe I missed a few of the elements that came up on the inventory screen in the last video, and I'm sorry for that. I know I missed a Heridium slot, and they go by so fast. I might have missed another one, but I haven't noticed any of the other that I missed yet. And as usual, I haven't figured out a way to get better thumbnails on there without the borders for my Windows Media Player, so bear with me. Eventually, I'll try to figure out how to do better. Now, these first couple shots show us a few extreme areas, like a cold night on Bellari 5, as well as the radiation-dense Ryu Feltona, and one I don't catch quite. It goes by too quick. Next, we see a toxic mushroom planet named Kayut Sio Lonim 9 or -9 before we go to shots of the extreme cold of the Bellari 5 night and the hot planet Erlekelbar Natid. Next, we go to some random shots without any type of names or footage before we show a very important thing, a distance marker leading to our ship on the radioactive planet Enmiki Uzenta. Now, after a shot of us taking some type of heat damage, we move on to another shot of Bellari with our very reoccurring creature. And next, we go on to a trader platform on the planet Teuga Dilute Uso. Now, after we see our character taking extreme cold and extreme storm damage on a planet I can't pronounce, we go to some cool life forms. We go to this real neat looking space alien version of them on what looks like a cold planet before we go to a fish that looks like it has the traits of both a fish in the front and a mammal in the back before we go to some really cool sky jellies. Next, we go to the pic of the debris of a Corvax distress beacon on the radioactive planet in Minki, Uzenta. Once again, we have seen this twice so far in the trailer. This shot, I really don't know what much to make of. You're taking radiation once again on the planet Ryu Feltona from the beginning, but I really don't know what to make of this as there's not much on-screen information. Now we get some quick sentinel action before we move on to the nitty-gritty good stuff. Now, like in the last video, we go back to our exosuit inventory with a lot of the same items such as jetpack, protective mesh, and life support, as well as a few other elements. To once again going back to showing shots of charging the protective mesh with oxides such as zinc, which is used for the defensive tech and found in yellow flora. And we also move on to iron oxide, which is also for defense tech and found in rock formations and geological places of interest. To wrap things up, they show us some more beautiful picturesque shots and hostile environments before we once again see our character blast off into the unknown of the universe. Well, hitchhikers, that about wraps things up for this video. One last note I'd like to make that this is also the favorite music I've heard so far after all the trailers. I've enjoyed the other music, but this one had a very nice kind of quality as it kind of built up through the end, and it's my favorite music track out of all the trailers or footage I've seen so far from their procedural 65 Days of Static soundtrack. Also, anyone who watches this video this far, if you could please leave a comment as to my mic quality, both on these webcam shots here, but more importantly, on the narration on the overlay of the narration over the game footage on the second half of the video. I'm getting reports from my personal friends at work that it's not coming off too well, and when I'm recording it here, everything sounds okay to me before I put it on YouTube. So I'd like to hear other opinions, because other people are telling me my sound is okay, and you know, it's not a problem. But so I would like to hear any comments on that if all possible. Also, I've heard the rumors that the PC version of No Man's Sky, I've only seen it on one video so far. I haven't really scoured through all of them, but I've heard the rumor that we're being delayed 3 more days to August 12th instead of August 9th. And I've been having trouble since I'm not like a Facebook user or a Twitter user or whatever. And I don't follow the social media sites. I was wondering if there's any official word, because the Steam date still states as August 9th. And I know after the last delay that it takes a while. I got some days off planned, and I'd like to push them back a couple of days. I don't want to take 9 days off and be sitting around waiting for the game for 4 days. I'd rather much work and postpone those days so I can have all 9 to play the game. So if anyone has any reliable information on that, or any links or anything that they could send me, or places they can send me to go to research, that would be much appreciated, because it's really starting to worry me. And I know it's just I've seen a rumor on the one thing, but you know, anyone who's watching this video likes No Man's Sky enough to know where I'm feeling right now. So, but once again, this is mindlessbile saying to stick your thumb out and hit that like button, and subscribe if you want to hitch a ride with me, mindlessbile, to the center of the galaxy.